All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started here in just a moment. We'll get started here in just a moment. One moment. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Let me make sure I've got everybody coming in here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Hey, Lee, good morning.
Hey, good morning. My whole computer is doing something totally different, so bear with me, guys. You can hear me good?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me try changing my speaker. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good, fantastic. Everything's a mess. Okay, well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started here right now, guys. Appreciate your patience. Looks like I'm gonna record right now. So we're gonna get started right now because I've already been messing around with my computer having a headache. So we're gonna get started right now. Here we go. Gonna record today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for, spending time on this beautiful Saturday here in California. It's absolutely a beautiful morning. And I'm just excited to be able to share some great information with you. It's a tremendous blessing to be able to have this opportunity that you can rely on day in and day out on autopilot. So I'm very, very excited that you've taken the time out. Maybe you didn't make the live Zoom that we're having right now, but you're watching the recording, and I was smart enough to click the record button today. So, anyway, a lot of people are excited. There's so many people coming on board. There's tours happening all over the world, and we're just excited that you're here. So, let me get right into this, okay? We invite you to be a part of the most powerful, do nothing, passive income system you've ever seen. Now, I realize every time I say that, I'm like, wow, that's a lot said right there. And the reason I say it's the most powerful is because I've been around since 1990. I've been in the crypto space. I've been in network marketing since 1990. Okay. I'm 57 years old. All right. I've been in the crypto space. I've been online since 2005, crypto since 2015. All right. So I have something to say about something that's powerful. And then when you talk about do nothing passive income, ladies and gentlemen, most people never see a penny of do nothing passive income. And you have that here. And if you do, maybe you've got a beautiful 401k, which is great, but you're not going to get the return that you get here on your 401k. Okay. You have to be trading something or doing something else. Okay. You're definitely not going to get it in your bank. Okay. So let me go ahead and continue here. All right. So I asked you to just give us 20 minutes. This is a very short presentation because it's not difficult. It's very short, very quick, and we want you to be able to experience global, automatic, do nothing, 100% passive income. Now, what do we mean by global? Meaning, I can actually do this. First of all, you can be a member with us and just do nothing and just travel the world and just get your money. David is going to talk about that here in a bit. But you know, it's global. I mean, you're not handcuffed to your office, your job. This is something you can, if you treat it like a business, you can actually run it globally. If you just treat it like an investment, it just goes by itself. You don't have to do anything. All right. But we ask you to give us 20 minutes. We want you to listen to this information. We want you to avoid all the distractions. Boy, oh boy, do we have a ton of distractions here and now, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing how many things that we have that distracts us. Every second, there's another distraction. It's amazing. So I'm surprised. You know, we all have ADD around here now. Okay. And then when we're done, when you're done seeing this presentation, first of all, I want you to establish a free account. Okay, you're going to click on the link below the video and you're going to get back to the person that referred you to at least establish your free account. It takes no time. You're going to be glad you didn't let life get in the way of your dreams, your desires, and your goals. Now, I'm going to add here, because David mentioned it last time, fund the darn account. Okay, please. I mean, $100 or more, fund it. Let's let this money work for you while you sleep 24/7, 365. So we're going to get into the basics right now. Now, before I do, I want you to understand that a lot of people hear about other opportunities out there to make money, to have a business online. And then when they're going to get you to join them, they're going to train you, they're going to get you all pumped up and excited. And then you're going to find out that you're going to have to do a lot, right? You're going to have to create websites, capture pages, videos, email, texting campaigns that convince, follow up, and hopefully close the sale for you. So a lot of people don't have time for that. They don't have the knowledge, the skills, and boy, oh boy, is it a lot of work. It is a lot of work to be a marketing professional on the internet, okay, and anywhere else, okay? Now, just because you have websites and capture pages and videos and emails, that doesn't mean anybody's going to see them. Trust me, I know. I've been creating websites and everything, and it's like difficult. I mean, it's crazy. So you're going to have to advertise. You're going to become an advertising professional, right? And then you're going to become a sales pro. You're going to have the skills required to follow up via email, phone, text, etc., to hopefully close that darn sale. Now, like I said, most people don't have the desire or the time to do all that. Well, we eliminate most of all the stuff that you have to, quote, do. Now, we're different. We eliminate almost everything that you have to do, but we cannot eliminate everything. Now, first of all, we begin as a do-nothing 100% passive income source. What does that mean? You'd simply join, get a free account, fund the free account, like I said, couple, $1,000, whatever, 10,000. By the way, there's people with accounts that have $1 million in them. Okay, $1 million. Okay, keep that in mind as I talk about these numbers. Okay, now, so everybody can start off with a 100% do nothing passive income source. That's it. Now, if you decide to share this with others, guess what? It's much easier when it starts off for everyone as a do nothing 100% passive member, right? Everybody starts off the same. Everybody gets an account, they fund the account, and they're earning the 18.18% every month. Okay, period. Now, if you decide to share it, you can share it with others. You get your own link. You can build a global team. David will hopefully be able to talk about how people have changed their lives with this company. And the bottom line is we also have a global co-op that you can join. We're going to go ahead and do everything. We're going to bring the people who are interested to your email inbox, eliminating practically all the things you have to, quote, do with other opportunities. Now, here's the 4 pillars. Passive income. Deposit a one-time $100 or more to receive 18.18% every month. Ladies and gentlemen, every month. It's been clockwork since January 2024, last year. Okay, clockwork. That's over 218% a year, ladies and gentlemen, while you sleep. You do nothing. You don't have to trade. You don't have to figure it out. All you got to do is figure out what to do every month when you receive your returns. Okay. What about passive? You know, your deposit of $100 or more allows you to get a 4x on your money in 22 months or less. You're going to find out what or less means. But imagine that. You put in 1,000, you get 4,000. 10,000, you get 40,000. All right. 100,000, 400,000. A million, you get 4 million. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Wow. Right? Residual. Now, people, you and your team that you refer, you're going to get more money. Okay. One of the big pieces of it is you're going to get 5% or more on your global team's rewards, meaning their returns that they get every single month. You're going to get 5% of that. Imagine if your customer deposited the million and they're getting 180,000 a month. Imagine you getting 5% of 180,000 a month, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So the goal is everybody's going to be successful. They're all depositing, they're all earning rewards and returns. And guess what? They're going to add more and more. It's just a no-brainer. Now, on top of that, passive residual income is the co-op share. You buy a share in the co-op. We're going to get into that. We're going to bring members to you that you can follow up with, get them started, right? So let's talk about 100% passively receiving 18.18% every month on your money. Now, it's $100 or more, ladies and gentlemen, but today we're talking about $5,000. We find that that's the sweet spot that people love, okay? $5,000. So I think it's good to talk about it. So at 18.18%, you would receive $909 monthly. Now that's without compounding or referring others at all, okay? Now, you're going to have your original seed money back that you deposited, in this example, $5,000 in 6 months. Okay. Now, what that means is in 22 months, you're going to have a 4x on that deposit. 909 monthly on that $5,000, 22 months. If you multiply 909 monthly, that's 20,000 bucks. There you go, without compounding or referring a single soul. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, you're not even telling anyone, you're not in the sales business, okay? You're not sharing it. Now, most people will not keep this gold mine a secret. All right. One, it's a blessing to others. And two, you can make a lot of money, right? Number one, you're going to instantly receive 4% on your personal referrals deposit into their monthly plan. Okay. In this example, if they deposited that $5,000, 4%, that's $200 instantly in your account, right? Now, you have to have an active deposit. You cannot promote this unless you have deposited at least $100 in there, okay? And they're using that money to further the ecosystem of X-Firm Excels, right? Now, also, you're going to receive 5% or more on your global team's monthly rewards down 10 levels. All right. Let's think about that. If everyone in a perfect world, right, hey, let's do 5,000. Great. 5,000, right? They're all receiving $909 monthly. Now you're going to receive from every one of those people within your first 10 levels, $45.45. At 1,000 people, that's $45,000 monthly in new money coming into your life. All right. Incredible. And that is the basic premise on what has allowed people that have left their jobs and just having the time of their life because they joined Excels way back in January 2024. All right. You have to have an active deposit. So let's break down the referral rewards real quick. Now, the bonuses, right? Level one, let's say you referred 5 people. That's $90.90. That's $454.50 monthly, right? Off of 5 people that did the $5,000. Okay. Now, one person said, hey, do I have to do $5,000 every month? No, it's just a one-time deposit, but you're earning monthly. All right. Now, level 2, those 5 said, well, I'm going to do what Lee did. I'm going to refer 5 people. Well, now there's 25 more people on your second level. That's another 1,100 a month, ladies and gentlemen. Those 25 said, well, I might as well keep the flow going. 25 refer 5, that's another 125 people, 5,600 monthly. Look at this. 28,000 more monthly on level 4. Now, when I added this all up at 10 levels, because that's what you get paid on, that's 10 million people. We're not going there, all right? We're just going to go with 1,000 people. And that right there is 45,000 monthly for you. How simple is that? It's just incredible. Now you think about being a part of our global ad co-op that could put a global team growth on steroids. We advertise, they see the site just like you are right now. It's a video just like this. And then you get a portion of those leads. And you could be earning that 45,450 monthly even sooner. Okay. So why would you join our global co-op? It grows that team like on steroids, right? You got more people to talk to. Are all of them going to join? No, right? And are any of them going to join? Probably. Okay. But guess what? The goal is 25 leads per share. The cost of a share is $45. If you get 2, it's 85 total. And then if you get 3, it's 120 bucks. You join the join goal is 10%. That's actually 2.5, which rounds up to 3. We went ahead and said, you're going to get 2 per share. They're going to fund their Excels account and they're going to say, well, I'm going to join the co-op too. Why not? They're going to buy 1 share or up to 3 shares in the co-op. Now, you receive based on the one-time 5,000 deposit, right? Instant $400 because you got 2 people to join. But if you got 3 shares and they all did 5,000, you made 1,200 bucks. Monthly, $181.80. If it's 3 shares, $545 monthly income coming in already off of 3 shares purchase, which means you got 6 people to join, right? Now, if everyone just buys 1 share per week for 1 month in the global co-op, your team growth is going to grow. There's the cost again. After 1 month, you got on a 4 share purchase, right, in a month, 2 people per share. That's 4 weeks. That's 8 new members. All right. Now you're not going to join. You're not going to pay for the co-op no more. You were the leader. You did it. Now they're going to do it. Those 8 people got 8. That's 64 new members. Those 64 got 8. That's 512 new members. So you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, numbers are numbers are numbers. And you're seeing a lot of numbers in here and they simply work. Okay. When you do it, and now can look at the bottom down here. Can I guarantee the results? No, sir. No, ma'am. I cannot. You join the co-op. It's an expense. You get the leads, whatever leads come to you, and you follow up with them. And then if they join, great, fantastic. And if they don't, I'm sorry. But that's just the way it is. Okay. I've done advertising for many, many years, and there's no guarantees in life and there's no guarantees in advertising. But I have provided the history in the past history, everybody did get 25 or more leads in from the co-op, from me. Okay, so look at this. After month 5, 32,000 new members. After 6 months, 262,000 new members. Okay, look at this. The total is almost 300,000 members. What if you just did 10% of that? 29,000 members at $45.45. That's not including the 10% you get on your personals. It's just 5% from everything. $1,300,000 monthly income, right? Wow. Now, think about this. What if it didn't take 6 months? What if it took 6 years? Is it worth it in 6 years to get 1.3 million monthly in income? Yes. And this is passive, do nothing income now. Once you have built your team, the only thing that's probably going to happen is you're going to make more every month. Okay? Why? Because people They want to get bigger returns. They want to deposit more. They're going to get bigger, they're going to earn the 18% on more money, right? There you go. And that means your monthly income goes up. Now, how is this possible? In addition to the company being extremely profitable in many different ways, other than the one-time extra bonuses like the car bonuses, okay, the referral bonuses are part of and not in addition to your passive monthly returns. Let me explain. So when let's say you earn, you have $1,000 account, right? Deposited. And then you have the ability, ladies and gentlemen, to receive over 22 months or less $4,000 without doing anything else. Okay. Now, if you're referring people and you're earning all these bonuses, that's going to allow you to get that 4x or that $4,000 as quickly as every single month, ladies and gentlemen. The car bonuses and things like that, the one-time extra bonuses and the car bonuses, those come out of the company. They have a budget and they just, pay for those. Yes, and you do get a car bonus. You can get a car, okay? Now, how else is this possible? Excels is proven since November 2023, actually earlier than that, but I'm not going to go there, okay? They have been privately doing this for a bit, but the bottom line is it's profitable because the corporate investors, the people behind it that started this all off, are members of the royal family in Dubai. Now, in addition, they're investing. They're also doing trading. They're also doing arbitrage trading. And they also have technology and blockchain investments, like they own 80% of the nodes on the Merlin blockchain. So when we're done, not right now, go ahead and search for Merlin blockchain and think about this for a minute. It's a massive blockchain. And on a blockchain, there's transactions that occurs every millisecond. There's transactions. It's kind of like when you go to your grocery store and you use your card, you make a purchase and you tap your phone or you tap your card and that transaction happens. That is a node. Okay, the point of sale terminals is a node. Think about this. They own 80% of the nodes that are collecting fees like hotcakes 24/7, 365. And I think they have more than that now, but whatever. Let's just stick with what I know. Okay. They also created and continue to purchase their own coin called Pond. Coins are like real estate, ladies and gentlemen. They can go up and down, but what if it goes up? That's just more money for them, right? So most people are going to say yes to getting their free account. They want to receive 18.18% monthly on their money. They want to receive a 4x on their money in 22 months or less. Okay. Receive thousands in additional. You saw my example, $1.3 million monthly in my example, right? Listen, like I said at the beginning of this, there are people that have never earned a dollar while they slept. Think about that. Okay. I'm talking right away. You're going to earn money while you sleep, whether you share this or not. Okay. 18.18% monthly on whatever you deposit. And you can add to it anytime you want. Now, is this real? Yes, it's real. It's solid. It's extremely profitable. And they have a 20+ year vision here, ladies and gentlemen. We're already going on 2 years. Okay. They ain't stopping. And they've accomplished a lot. Maybe David, my sponsor, can talk a little bit about that. And I don't even know if he's able to talk. He's always at his daughter's soccer game, having the time of his life, spending time with a family while I work my butt off. But anyway, it's okay. So basically, we're going to hold your hand. We're going to help you with absolutely anything and everything. You can get a free account. You can fund it. So you want to get back to, if you saw the recording, get back to the person that referred you or click the link below, whatever. And that is that. I don't think my background is working today, so I'm going to stop my share. You're in my house today. And I got my little green screen that I'm not using. Anyway, David, I think you're there. I want you to please share some insights real quick about what we've got here. And I hope you're able to talk. I don't know if you can. If you can't, that's okay. I'll close this sucker out. With that being said, David, take it away. I don't know if you're there. David, can you unmute?
Hey, Lee.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorry, I was a
Good.
little choppy, the area where I'm at right now. But
No problem. Hey, before you get started, guys, you know what? David started this back in January. He heard about this in January. He got started. He, deposited his money. He'll talk about that if he wants to. But the bottom line is he started. I didn't. I didn't. I actually forgot about it because I'm like, no, I'm not going to do anything new, right? Nothing new. So I waited over a year and 2 months before I decided to join here. And I'm so glad I did. Okay, and I'm excited about it. So anyway, go ahead, David. I'll let you go ahead and take it over. Mhm.
Yeah, no, thank you, Lee, and thanks for running these Zooms. And I mean, all the information is just phenomenal. It just makes me want to just sign up all over again because of how exciting it is and just the value. You went over the Merlin nodes, and they own 80% of them, and that alone right there is like that's just a stream of income coming in, and they're not just relying on trading or anything like that. So I like the fact that this is very sustainable. But yeah, Lee did say that I heard about this 2 years ago, and I ended up listening and getting the information. And when I heard about it, I was like, okay, this is totally different. This is like, I've been in this space for a while now, maybe not as long as Lee, but since 2015, 2016, where I was able to, come across a lot of these companies that we come to find out they're just not real. And it kind of gave me an advantage, years later, realizing and kind of being able to determine what's real and what's not based on the information that I've gotten in the past. And you kind of you could sense that. But when I saw Excel's X firm, I just said this is different. And the reason why I said it's different, one is I love running numbers. And when I saw the numbers, I said, okay, I've seen a lot of companies in the past, and I'm like, are they, is it sustainable? I didn't know what sustainable was or not because it was all new to me back in 2015, 2016. But come to find out, a lot of these companies were not sustainable because they're paying out too much. And, it just ended up just being not a real company. And it was unfortunate because those things are out of our hands. But when I was asking the questions about, why is it 18.18%? And they said, well, we're only going to allow a 22-month staking package. I thought that was brilliant because you only are allowed 22 months. All these other companies allow you to compound, allow you to earn every single month. And if you get the compound interest calculator, you run those numbers for 3, 4 years, you're looking at some astronomical numbers where this is only 22 months. And if you don't share a single soul with X from X sales, and let's just say you deposit $1,000, well, you're going to make 400%, which is 4 times that amount, which means that you're going to earn four, uh, 4 times that amount. So that'll be $4,000. And I thought that was brilliant because after that, you got to come back in if you want to keep making more profit. And then I saw that they have an exchange, and I said, "Wow, not too many companies talk about creating an exchange or an ecosystem." Then 2 years ago, they were just talking about it. Now, a year from today, I started seeing these things come to fruition where you saw the XVI token, people were having it in their MetaMask wallet, and they built their own blockchain. And you can see all the nodes and validators that people bought. And talking about that real fast, these nodes and validators, they were selling for 18,000 each. Now they go for 22,000 each. They sold over $25 million in validators and nodes. So I see how much value they're giving people, and they're allowing people to change their lives financially. I was at an event 3 months ago, now 4 months ago now, at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, and I got to meet a lot of amazing people with amazing testimonies that have no experience whatsoever in network marketing. But they found this and they just ran with it, and they ended up sharing it with friends and family and just growing it organically. And and some of the people that I was able to talk to were able to walk away from their jobs, and right now they're making 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month. There's people that have already become millionaires because of this. And it's one of those things where this has been around, like Lee said, going on 2 years. January will be the 2 year anniversary. So just imagine, coming in at the very beginning or even 6 months after it started, you're in a great place, right? But I've seen other companies that are legacy companies like ACN and Amway and all these companies, whether they've been around for 10 years, 15 or 20 years, it doesn't matter when you come in, you still have the opportunity to really make a significant amount of money and change your lives financially or just reach your financial goals. And I think that's what it's about. It's not about the money. I think it's about the time freedom that you're going to get to be able to do the things during the daytime with your kids, travel the world, go where you want, bring the travel channel to life. And it's exciting to see a lot of testimonies, and when you dive into Exhales, not only do they have an amazing ecosystem, but they have an amazing comp plan. And with the first level 10%, second level 5%, all the way down to level 10. That was another question that I asked. Why is it 10% level one and 5% level two, 5% level three, 5% level four? I just thought that was a little bit odd because I'm used to seeing all these other companies that have 1/4%, 0.5%, you know, tenth of a percent. It's just it gets really, really minuscule. But when Babsy said, well, we had 55% to pay out to the field, let's just make it very lucrative for everybody. This is real, that we want to change people's lives. So 10% level one passively. And when I say passively, that means you get paid every single month off of somebody that you earn. So let's just say Lee shares this with me and I deposit $10,000 and I earn 18.82%. Well, basically whatever I earn, not what I deposit, but what I earn for the month, Lee's going to get 10% of that because I'm on his first level. So you got to understand that every single month, Lee's going to get paid that. And now just imagine that's just one of me. Imagine 10 of me. And then I just build, and there's like thousands of me. But not only that, you got to realize that um, the sustainability of the whole comp plan, the whole ecosystem. It's brilliant. It's almost been 2 years, and there's not one thing that I said, wow, I don't know why they're doing it this way. Like everything that they did it the right way. And I believe that this is the most underrated company ecosystem out here because it's not shiny. It doesn't have 1.5% a day. You basically got to wait 5.5, 6 months to break even with your deposits. Let's just say you deposit $1,000 based on the 18.82% that you get every single month that you could withdraw for 22 months. You get that $1,000 back in about 5.5, 6 months. Now remember, you got 16 more months remaining after the 6 months, so everything else is house money. Everything else is profit, and everything else is just you're just earning. So basically, it's not I know a lot of people get excited because they're like, oh, I can make my money back in 2 months with another company, 3 months with another company. Those are I've become a dime a dozen, and just based on my experience, what I've seen in the past, they
Uh-oh. You there, David? I lost you. Give him a second, guys. We lost you, Dave. David? David? All right. Anyway, he said it was choppy.
in
He
the
got,
space.
oh, there you go. We lost you for a minute. Go ahead, keep going.
Oh, okay. No, I was saying that basically consistency wins. So if you want to be consistent, and I'll leave you guys with this. There was two questions that I asked Vamsi. One is because in this space, in the past, we've had issues with payouts. We've had issues with the website going down. I said, look, Vamsi, in the past, I have PTSD because we always find that 3 months after, it launches, that the company goes down and, or 6 months even. And will we ever have any issues with the website? He's like, no, why should we? And we have a bandwidth to hold billions with the B of dollars. And right now we only have 11,000 members. So it's growing. But also, too, my other question is, will we have any issues with payouts? Guys, like for the past 2 years, every time you do a withdrawal, it takes literally, it says 24 hours, up to 24 hours. I usually get in 8 hours or less. So, this is something where they keep their word. They don't have all the answers to everything. But, one more thing I do want to emphasize is that in the past with other companies, they got their T's crossed and I's dotted, which means they're able to have everything in place. They have all the right answers. They have a great, amazing, beautiful PDF. They have an amazing website. With Xfirm Excels, when I first joined, they had no PDF, and I was like, I need a PDF. And I don't even think they knew what that was. It took literally 4.5 months to get a PDF because this is just something new that they rolled out. So I love that aspect of it, where they didn't have all the answers. They didn't have everything, designed, ready to go for somebody to build. I think they rolled it out and they're learning as they go. And I appreciate that. So anyways, Lee, I can talk forever about Excel's X firm, but I'm going
Telling
to
you.
send it back to you.
Thank you very much. And one thing I know, some people, some people want to dig into the weeds. If you go to our team site, okay, if I referred you, go to my site, my page that I created that has the presentation on it, you can dig into the weeds on both the team and the regular site. You can calculate the numbers. You can see examples on the numbers. You can watch the presentation that talks about the owners a little bit more and a little bit more deep. There's a lot of stuff you can dig into, but I'm here to tell you, I'm 1000% in on this. Okay. I've seen so much, and all they talk about the ecosystem for this. They have accomplished so much over ever since they said they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to go on the blockchain, they're going to have the coins, they're going to have everything, and they've done it all. I mean, every single thing that they said they're going to do, they've done it. And I don't know if I think there's a couple more things that they're doing as well, or maybe they're always going to do more things, but they've accomplished like 10 out of 10 for everything that they said they're going to do, basically creating a blockchain experience, a whole ecosystem. So, man, yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, the withdrawals come to you. It says 24 to 48 hours, and literally it's faster than that, right? They're 12 hours or less, you have your withdrawal every single month, every single time. Okay. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and cut this sucker short. I really appreciate your time that you spent with us. We did not have a lot of people on, but that's okay. People are busy. They all love the recording. So I'm going to go ahead and post this recording in the chat, on Telegram, and even on WhatsApp. And we'll get that recording out to you as soon as it's done processing. With that being said, I appreciate you again. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Let's max out these accounts. Let's make these dreams and goals happen for your life and your family's life. Thanks a lot. We'll catch you on the next Zoom next Saturday. Same bad time, same bad channel. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.